young men who value their looks, and that becomes part of their personality. Georgia has worked with the alopecia awareness, poverty and the homeless, education for children, LA Mission, Children's Hospital Los Angeles, Gabriella Foundation, Hope Mill, California Savings Foundation, Carlos Niños, Big Life Savings Foundation, and more than we can ever thank her for and acknowledge her for. Georgia is a true volunteer and a true inspirational woman. So Georgia, thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Mark. Thank you all for being here and for celebrating women with us. I think that's something we should celebrate every day, but I like that we have a particular lunch to do it, so here's for women. I'm so grateful to be amongst 5 women and 4 others, such inspiring women. Thank you, ladies, for inspiring me today. It makes a difference when we can take a lunch and take stock for a second of women doing incredible things. So thank you for doing things on a daily basis. We don't do these things because of days like today. We do it because we can't not do it. And that's what to me is so powerful about life. When you get called to do something you can't not do. And with all my work with children, I'm always saying to them, find the thing you can't not do. And I have to say, looking around, I'm so overwhelmed by the amazingness, because you guys didn't have to be here. You chose to take your lunchtime to be here to celebrate, and every day I get more enthused and more excited when I meet amazing people just sitting at my table, meeting you in the lobby, to know that there's such incredible hearts and souls and voices that are being heard. And that's the part to me that makes days like today so important, because our voices quite often don't get heard. We're just doing what we do, whether it's volunteering, whether it's working in an office, whether it's making calls again and again and again to get a voice heard. And by you being here, you enable us to have our voice heard. And the thing that I want to share with you all that is important to me when I think about what to share today is that, yes, our voices are being celebrated today, but behind our voice are hundreds and hundreds of voices that never get heard. And I want to encourage you to share with others the stories you've heard today. Share with the people around you what you've learned from the other honorees and for myself about the people whose voices are never heard. Because standing out in the lobby today, I was given a very stark reminder of voices that aren't heard. I thank you for letting me share this quick story if I can. I've been working with a boy now for a few years. He's been in and out of jail for a long time. And 2 weeks ago, he got out of jail for something that he shouldn't have been in jail for. He lit a trash can on fire and he got 9 months. So I want you to understand that. But he's been out of jail and we're now trying to find out ways to get him a job, to get him back on a path of meaning. And I lost track of him for a week, and he texted me when I was outside in the lobby saying, I'm so sorry I've been out of touch, I've been in hospital. I pushed him to answer why, and he said, I was stabbed 5 times. And he said, but don't worry, I'm fine, I'll be out by Friday. There's a boy in the valley right now who is hurting literally and physically and mentally, who is an incredible child. He's 20 years old. He was valedictorian of his high school while in juvenile hall. And he is one of the most emotionally intelligent men, but he has no voice. A week ago, when I sat with him trying to work out how to get him a job, he kept on saying, I can't ask this, and I can't ask that, and I can't ask that. And I said to him, how about we do a deal? How about I ask the questions for a while, until you're ready to ask them? Because that's the difference. When we talk about having a voice, I'm so lucky that I grew up in a world, despite all the challenges that came my way, I had people around me that said I could ask, that said I could use my voice, and that said that my voice mattered. He grew up in a world where he believed his voice doesn't matter. And he believes that if he asks, the answer will be no. And for people like Ernesto, it's so important that we listen to the voices, that we hear people when they're talking and sharing other people's stories, because we just don't know how many stories so I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for being here to listen to the voices, to learn about a new story out there, to hear about dancing in a wheelchair, to learn about people with disabilities that are getting jobs, to know that that's possible, and all the other incredible stories that you learn about. And I want to encourage you, if you're sitting here inside of you going, there's something I cannot do it. Especially the women. Because there are so many young girls that I know and you know that need us to set the example, that need us to show them why not. Just do it. Because as it gets easier and more possible, they'll get to do it too, and their voice will be heard. So thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much to the United Chambers of Commerce for honoring the 5 of us. And I am so grateful to my other honorees for your incredible work. Thank you for inspiring me. And thank you all for giving voice to those that haven't been heard.